As more and more people are returning to the workplace, we're having to deal with those situations that we thought we'd never deal with again. Like, for example, how to deal with that difficult person at work. That's our subject today. Hi, I'm Dave Edwards. I once visited an organization that had an outstanding reputation and seemed to be very, very successful. I was introduced to the individual staff members, and everyone seemed quite happy. It seemed like the kind of team that anyone would be happy to be part of. So, following the tour and the introduction, we went back to the CEO's office, and I started to compliment her on what she and her team had built. She stopped me and she said she needed to explain why I had been invited to their organization in the first place. It turns out that my CEO friend was concerned about how the organization's culture had deteriorated. There were a handful of workers who'd become difficult and disruptive. Their behavior had now begun to impact others negatively. All of a sudden, people were exchanging unfounded rumors about individuals and the company. Senior managers had to be very careful about who'd be assigned to cross-functional teams because some people couldn't stand to work with other staff members. It really was a mess. The CEO was concerned that work quality had begun to suffer and knew that soon clients and outsiders would begin to notice, so she asked for my help. I'll save you the long narrative because it took about 6 months to help turn things around. We worked on culture, really one person and one issue at a time. Several people left the organization. A number had to be encouraged to find other employment. And today I'm told things are better. Situations like this don't begin or end overnight, but their impact is significant in many ways. In a survey called Civility in America, Weber Shadwick said that uncivil workplaces result in 45% of employees thinking about quitting, and 38% felt anger towards coworkers, and 36% noticed a reduction in their own work quality. That's why a leader has to step in at the first sign of a problem with an employee. It's natural for someone to think that the situation will take care of itself, but it rarely does. It helps if you can recognize early warning signs. For example, you might notice a sudden decline in work performance. Employees miss or ignore deadlines. They might challenge authority. They don't feel that they can do wrong and know better than the boss and everyone else. They gossip and spread rumors. They arrive late or begin to call in sick regularly. They're late for meetings. They display negative body language. When you notice this type of behavior in someone on your staff, you need to figure out if this behavior is resulting from a temporary situation or possibly, I don't know, maybe even a problem at home. When people are under stress, they just simply don't do their best work. And if the problem is personal, the best thing a manager can do is to direct them to an employee assistance program. But you don't know what's going on unless you ask. A good manager needs to know how to have that conversation, what to say, what not to say, and how to coach that person. I've been studying the psychology of supervising workers that cause problems for managers and colleagues, and I've discovered several different techniques that I wish I was shown when I first became a manager. I put everything that I've learned into an online course called Managing Difficult People. It's a 90-minute course that is certain to help you. Check it out. The next time you have to deal with someone who's giving you grief, you'll be glad you did. The course is Managing Difficult People. You can find more information at my website, daveedwardsmedia.com. Click on courses.